Now, one has heard of land being illegally used, but this case, which has come to light in Dodbalapura municipal limits, takes the cake.
Look at these 7 stores under construction. If you think there is nothing unusual, look again. It is being constructed, believe it or not, in a graveyard. This is the Kaila Samat burial ground where members of the Veerashaiva community bury the dead. It is the construction of the stores which has now become an issue, with even one Nanjundaya who ironically enough gave 2 acres of land in 1978. The land was designated as a burial ground for the Veerashaiva community.
ತಹಸೀಲ್ದಾರರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಸಹ ಸ್ವಜಾತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾತಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತಹಸೀಲ್ದಾರರು ಜಾತಿ ವಿಮಾನ ಅವರು ಸಹ ಯಾಕೆ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಂತಿದ್ದು ನಗರಸಭೆ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಗರಸಭೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಒಂದು ನಗರಸಭೆ ಬಿಡಿದು ತಹಸೀಲ್ದಾರ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅವರು ಸ್ಟೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಆ ಸ್ಟೇ ಮೇಲೆ ತಹಸೀಲ್ದಾರರು ಸಹ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು.
Locals say the construction is completely illegal. While on one hand, the plan for the construction has not been approved, the society which manages the burial ground has also not secured the NOC from the Devanahalli Airport Development Authority. The fact that the construction is meant for commercial purposes has only irked several persons. It is also reported that some persons like one Chandrasekhar, a social activist, have been threatened of dire consequences if they question or obstruct the construction. The silence of governmental agencies and institutions is also disturbing. Both the Tehsildar and the municipal corporation are pointing fingers at each other.
ಬೇಡಿಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಶಾಣಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಮಶಾಣಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕಾಯ್ದಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಐತೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು.
But the government agencies have promised to resolve the issue. They are seeking the support and cooperation of other agencies in this regard.
ಸ್ಮಶಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆನವರು ಖಾಸಗಿ ಮಳಿಗೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕಟ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೀವು ತೆರವುಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾದ ನೋಟಿಸು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ನೋಟಿಸ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಸ್ಪಂದಿಸಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಮುಂದಿನ ಕ್ರಮನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಕಂದಾಯ ಇಲಾಖೆಯವರು ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ ಸಹಕಾರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಪೊಲೀಸು ಕಂದಾಯ ಇಲಾಖೆಯವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಹಕಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ತೆರವುಗೊಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ.
It remains to be seen whether suitable action would be initiated or not. Manjay Gowda, News9, Devanahalli.
Now, several children have lost their lives due to unopened borewells in our country. The matter does not seem to be of importance to the concerned authorities. Now, a reality check conducted in Tumkur came up with shocking facts.
It's not even been a month since 4-year-old Akshata lost her life by falling into a deep borewell in Bijapur. Memories of the incident that shook the state are still fresh in the minds of the people. Even after such incidents, precious little has been done to prevent the occurrence of such tragedies in other parts of Karnataka. Our reporter Jayanna Belagere conducted a reality check in the district of Tumkur, and the results will leave you shocked. Over 25 open borewells. None of the borewells had water, but all of them were kept open. Our reporter began the reality check from one of the villages called Chikka Venkatadase Gaudanapalya. In this village, the borewell was dug right in front of her house. Though the borewell is completely dry, it was never closed. The second borewell was dug in another village called Tovinakere, about half a kilometer away from the previous village. The condition of the borewell in this village was also the same like the previous one. This has created a fierce psychosis in the minds of the people, as they fear that it won't take too long for a similar incident to take place like the one in Bijapur. Though the people of these villages have complained several times to the officials of the Gram Panchayati office, the officials seem to be least bothered. It is high time that officials start taking the issue seriously. We hope that this reality check will open the eyes of the concerned department and the needful will be done. Jayanna Belagere, News9, Tumkur.
Now, around 30 people get killed and hundreds get injured due to man-animal conflict every year in the nation. Bellary witnesses frequent bear attacks that has left many villagers with serious injuries.
Bellary district has a huge population of wild bears. It also has a sanctuary assigned for the bears. But due to the encroachment of forest land and scarcity of food, bears are now turning towards farms in the district. bears are attacking people in these farming communities. The reason behind these attacks is the destruction of their natural habitat. The man lying in this hospital with grievous injuries is Ashok. He was attacked by wild bears when he had gone to graze his sheep. He is not the lone victim of this attack. This is the story of many other villagers in Kudligi Taluk. There are instances where the villagers have lost their eyes, hands, legs because of wild bears.
ಕುರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದರು 10:30 ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಹೋದಾಗ ಇದು ಹಳ್ಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು 2 ಕರಡಿ ಕಡಿದ.
The government has hardly paid any attention to the frequent bear attacks here in Bellary. The bears can be stopped from entering the village if they are allotted sufficient natural habitat. Avoiding human encroachment of forest land is the only solution to this problem. Basavaraj Hannalli, News 9, Bellary.
Well, it is that time of the year again when Bagalkot plays host to scores of migratory birds. But this year it is especially a good time for bird watchers to watch the district because species which are rarely seen in Bagalkot are seen flocking along the banks of the Almaty Dam.
Scores of birds are seen on the banks of Almaty Dam, and these are not of the usual kind. Flamingos have flown thousands of kilometers from other parts of the globe and arrived in Karnataka. Some are seen flying down to the waters and others are seen busy fishing. This is probably the first time in a long time flamingos are seen in the region. Though some might think that it is probably the change of seasons that has attracted the birds here. Flamingos rarely migrate to Bagalkot during the month of June. Usually seen in northwest region of the country, the flamingos have travelled from Gujarat and Rajasthan because of the extended summer is too much to bear. These monsoons seem to be a boon for nature lovers and bird watchers in Bagalkot for yet another reason. The forest officials have also stated that the number of migrating birds has increased this year. So if you're looking to get a glimpse of these leggy beauties, all you have to do is to make your way to Almaty Dam and camp by the water's edge. Suresh Nayak, News 9, Bagalkot.
Well, we have some big news coming in now. Lokayukta raids corrupt officials in Gulbarga. This is the big news that we're now tracking. Lokayukta raids corrupt officials in Gulbarga. Raids underway at 7 locations in Gulbarga district. Afzalpur Panchayat AEE Sharna Basapa's residence has been raided. KHP Superintendent Shiva Putrapa's residence also raided. Raids headed by Lokayukta SP Chippar. In fact, it's the big news that your channel is now tracking. Lokayukta raids corrupt officials in Gulbarga. Raids currently underway at 7 locations in the district. Afzalpur Panchayat AEE Sharna Basapa's residence has been raided. Furthermore, KHB Superintendent Shiva Putrapa's residence has also been raided. Raids have been headed by Lokayukta SP Chippar. In fact, this is the big news that your channel is now tracking. Lokayukta raids corrupt officials in Gulbarga. The raids are currently underway at 7 different locations in Gulbarga district. Afzalpur Panchayat AEE Sharna Basapa's residence has been raided. Furthermore, KHB Superintendent Shiva Putrapa's residence has also been raided. Now, time and again, based on information from sources, the Lokayukta goes about with their raids. This time around, the raids have been headed by Lokayukta SP Chippar. Well, moving on, the heart-rending story of a family in Nelamangala will leave you in tears. The family is hoping for a miracle to save them from dire consequences. Take a look at this boy. Look at the boy's parents. Helpless, all they can do is curse their fate. The boy you are looking at is 17-year-old Hemant Kumar. He was born with a mysterious medical condition which left him in this state. His parents have taken him to numerous doctors, but none have been able to identify the problem and suggest a cure. His parents, though distraught, refuse to give up. Though many have suggested that the boy be left in an orphanage, the love for their son doesn't allow them to do so.
ನಮಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸಾಕಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಮಗು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗಿಂದ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇದೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೂ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಆಲ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಯಾರು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
The boy's father was the only earning member in the family, but now they are left absolutely helpless after he suffered a heart attack. With him being bedridden, the mother has no idea how she is going to earn enough to support the family and take care of their medical expenses. Nagaratnama's first priority is to repay the loans and then earn enough to make ends meet. Another major concern for her is her second son. She has to plan his future too. Looking at the family's plight, Hemant's father, Krishnamurthy, says that he is ready to take up any job. But unfortunately, none are ready to offer him a job. Though many have come forward to help the family financially, more money is always welcome, since they don't have a fixed source of income. Those wanting to help the family financially can send their contributions to account holder Nagaratna, Bank and Branch SBI Nelamangala, account number 201383869119. With debts mounting and the family not finding any source of income, the family just hopes that they come across some miracle. Aditya K for News 9. Well, it's good news for all Shah Rukh Khan fans, as the superstar will be adding one more prestigious award in his kitty. Take a look.
The King of Bollywood will be honoured with the Legion of France Award. SRK, who's being honoured for his contribution to cinema, will be awarded by the French Foreign Minister. Laurent Fabius, the French Foreign Minister, will be in Delhi next week to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi. After the meeting, he will be leaving for Mumbai, where he will confer the actor with the honour. The Legion of Honour is the highest distinction that is conferred in France on a French citizen as well as on a foreigner. The award that is conferred for excellent civil or military conduct has been awarded to eminent personalities like Amitabh Bachchan, Lata Mangeshkar and Satyajit Ray. A News9 report.
Well, that's it in this edition of the Bulletin. We now leave you with Lifestyle Superfast.